Unite sent a delegation that was comprised of Christian Duo, Victor Shello and myself to discuss issues which were of concern for our union here in Gibraltar in respects to Brexit and the impact it could have. We focused on three particular issues, that of the MoD and the impact on the social and industrial dimensions that Brexit could actually have on Gibraltar. We discussed in respects to the MoD, the fact that there is a desire to cut down, to downsize the workforce. We believe that obviously that is something which is detrimental to Gibraltar in the way that these are jobs that are coming from outside of our economy. So it's money within our economy which serves the people of Gibraltar. So by downsizing, obviously we have a deficit. Then from the social aspect, we discussed the particulars of the good work that Unite is doing in conjunction with the Cross-Frontier Group in pursuing objectives which are to the benefit of Gibraltar, as well to the Campo de Gibraltar, but certainly to Gibraltar in respects to the issues that Madrid is trying to impose on us as a consequence of the Brexit decision. And then from an industrial point of view, the holistic sort of picture that Brexit, the impact of Brexit might have here locally. We're talking about, for example, the dependence that we've had on labour from across the border and how we have to take steps to curtail that, really, to a certain extent.
Well, it's quite positive that the Undersecretary of State agreed to meet with you, but what impact do you think that this will have at a higher level of the UK government?
In that respect, it's part of Unite's vision in what we're doing as a consequence of the decision to have this Brexit scenario forced upon us. We are of the opinion that we need to put Gibraltar's position, its voice, across the map. So it's a question of talking to individuals such as Robin Walker in his role as Undersecretary of State for exiting the EU, but as well as players in Brussels, as we did when we went with the Cross-Frontier Group, separate meetings with Parliament in the UK, with a view perhaps even doing the same in Spain with the Cross-Frontier Group again. So it's all part of putting across this message, because the reality is that even though our issues are the things that concern us are very prominent to us. It's not something which is very sort of, it's not common discourse anywhere else, pretty much. Gibraltar is sort of like a problem on the side, if I could say so, really. But the reality is that we have issues we need addressing, and we have a voice, and it has to be heard. So it's a question of obviously putting across this voice to everybody. So it's positive in that respect, that he is willing to sit down and talk to us and understand our position.
We went along to meet with the Command Secretary for the Ministry of Defence and talk through the issues that have been raised by the members, and the consultation, which is due to end on Thursday of this week. We have prepared a response, a formal response, which will be going in tomorrow. However, we wanted to speak to the MoD to see what their line was going to be in terms of our response.
Are you convinced that the MoD can man its base adequately under its current plans?
I don't think we are at this moment in time. We've seen what their proposals are. When we met with the Command Sec yesterday, I did feel it was a positive meeting, and consultation, we talk about consultation and about what is meaningful consultation and what is meaningless. If we're faced with a fait accompli and this is the answer and no scope for negotiation, in our eyes that's meaningless consultation. What we're looking for is some meaningful dialogue. And when we met with the Command Sec yesterday, I felt he was quite positive towards that he was happy to try and work with us wherever possible. So I think one of the next steps is that the Command Sec has offered to come and meet with the representatives from the rest of the business. So hopefully he'll give us some faith that people will listen to what our arguments are, and we feel like we've got a good idea of how the business should work, but don't feel that their operating model is one that can be successful going forward.
Do you feel you can influence the outcome?
I'd like to think so. I don't think we've got an unreasonable approach. I think our approach is one where we want to sit down and work through each element of the business and understand what is achievable and what isn't. So I think we go into it with a pragmatism. I think if management go in with the same pragmatism, we may be able to find a solution which is the best for everybody concerned.